In the ancient city of Benin, on a misty, rain-soaked evening, just outside the convent gates, a baby girl lay crying, her tiny wails mingling with the soft hiss of the falling rain. No one knew where she came from. Her mother left no notes, just the baby wrapped in a swaddle clothes, still warm from her body, and a bronze bangle too heavy for the baby's tiny wrists. The Reverend Sisters took the baby in and named her Osaro, meaning God exists. From that day, the convent became her world. Osaro grew up in silence and song. She scrubbed the chapel floors, recited Latin prayers, and learned to sing in three different languages. The sisters, especially Sister Magdalene, raised her like a daughter. Yet, Osaro always had questions no one could answer. Where did I come from? Why do I dream of a woman with river beads in her hair? Why does the bell tower make my heart race? But Sister Magdalene could only smile and say, God hides truth until the soul is ready. Years passed. Osaro blossomed. Her beauty was like something carved by ancestral spirits. Eyes deep like a storm, skin as polished as mahogany, and a grace that made even the village masquerades pause when she passed. The church sponsored her education, enabling her to attend a good school where she excelled academically. From a young age, she was deeply loved by those around her, especially for her warmth and her passion for cooking. Whether it was preparing Sunday meals, helping at church events, or experimenting with new recipes at home. Osaro's talent in the kitchen eventually led her to enter a national cooking competition where she impressed the judges and won first place. This victory earned her a scholarship to study culinary arts at a prestigious university in the US. While there, she met Chike, a focused and soft-spoken man from Onitsha, who was also pursuing his studies in the US. Chike was an Igbo man, a devout Christian studying in the same university as Osaro. He always took the train on his way back from school, where he noticed Osaro, and eventually he approached her. They met again and again, and soon, like the quiet growth of yam tendrils, love wrapped around them. Osaro and Chike soon became inseparable, and both graduated with flying colors and got good paying jobs. One day, Chike invited Osaro out, where he expressed his love for her and proposed to her. She excitedly accepted. The news of their engagement soon got back to Nigeria as Osaro informed her convent family back home of the engagement, and the convent was filled with joy as all the Reverend sisters were so happy for them. Their friends in the US threw them an engagement party, after which Chike and Osaro returned to Nigeria for the marriage rites. Chike got back home and informed his family, including his parents, his uncles, and other members of his family, about his intention to marry Osaro. They were all happy. They did not have any problem that they were both from different tribes, but were just happy for Chike that he had found someone who completed him. Chike also visited the convent to declare his intentions formally to marry Osaro. Sister Magdalene gave her blessing, but that's where the story twisted. Date was fixed for the traditional marriage rites. On the set day, when Chike's family came for the traditional marriage rites, they brought palm wine, kola nuts, and an envelope fat with cash for the bride price. The ceremony went as planned, with all in attendance and lots of merriment. Kola nuts were presented to Chike's family by Sister Magdalene, to the amazement of Chike's family, who watched in confusion. During the ceremony, intentions for the marriage was made known by the groom's family, and the bride price was presented. But when Sister Magdalene came forward to receive it, the tension was immediate. "Where is her father?" asked Chike's uncle, stern and wrinkled like old leather. "Or any man from her people?" Sister Magdalene responded gently, "Osaro has none. She is a child of the church." Chike's people whispered amongst themselves. An elderly woman spat on the ground. "Bride price cannot be given to a woman. Oh. It must be received by a man. Father, uncle, even brother. This one has no roots." Sister Magdalene calmly said, "Is she not of God?" But they refused to proceed. Chike argued with them to no avail, and the marriage rites were stopped. Osaro cried behind closed doors and could not be consoled. Most nights, she cried herself to sleep as she wondered if she would ever find her biological parents, and why she has to be punished for a situation she did not create. The only clue she had to finding her parents was the bracelets Sister Magdalene had told her was found by her side at the spot she was found years ago. They say Osaro began to speak in her sleep that night, calling names no one had taught her, names from the river. Now, Osaro sits between two worlds, bride to be, but also daughter of a mystery. Her love story is frozen in a ritual no one knows how to complete. Chike still visits, still hopes, yet even he can't silence the questions that has begun to haunt him. Who were Osaro's true people? What secrets have been buried in her past? And what if finding them was never meant to happen? Because some truths are better left in the dark. The moral of the story is that sometimes the search for truths is not just about where we come from, but about who we choose to become. Love can be tested by the weight of tradition, and faith often hides answers until the heart is ready. For not all mysteries are meant to be solved, but all souls are meant to find where they belong. I hope you enjoyed the story. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment on your thoughts.